Good morning, everybody. Some kind of weird. I'm gonna let that go. I kind of like that. Kind of neat little music underneath there. Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody is nice and weird today. Today, Wednesday morning. Today is Wednesday, right? I think it's Wednesday. My day's all mixed up. Working like crazy. Actually, I have to work later on the day. Yeah, that's enough of that music. So pause that. Get rid of that. So hope everybody's week is going good. Hope everybody's getting ready for Thanksgiving. That is flying up on us now. Just a week. Tomorrow is a week from Thanksgiving. So as some of you know that I work for a meat market and we are crazy. I'll be working almost 2 weeks in a row. Actually, exactly 2 weeks in a row. So I'm tired. I'm fighting through this. That's the wonderful thing of working in retail. So, it is what it is. So I posted in here earlier, question of the day: would you rather have a huge pay raise to live comfortably, or would you rather work a 4-day work week? If you work in retail, the work week doesn't matter. How many days you work a week, it doesn't matter. Just it is what it is. So post your answers in the comments. Speaking of who's in chat, hey Fisher, Mickey, good morning. Amber, how you doing? Monica Rollins, how you doing, Monica? Scott's Life, good morning, sir. Mickey, I said Mickey already. Mr. G Rides, how you doing? We have a neighbor that we call Mr. D. That's not the same person. And I accidentally typed in as Tex. So hopefully Tex will be joining us. And we had late night with Monica last night. Let me clarify that. Late night on Night Owl. And I forget the name of it. Midnight on the show with Monica, not late night with Monica. Sorry. But yeah, they're going over some stuff that happened to them over the weekend, and and pretty cool stuff. So glad all made it back okay, and looked like they had some very bad tent damage. So, yeah, Mickey, I'm in the same boat. I tried staying up, but had to be up early. Well, I didn't have to be up early, but I was just too tired. So. But anyway, I do have I am streaming on 2 channels. I decided to put this on mine as well. And it looks like my video is pretty nasty. This internet, I can't figure this internet stuff out. So I'm looking at my other monitor, and then let me know if this looks okay or not. On my other monitor, it does not. On StreamYard, it looks great. But I can't figure this stuff out. I don't know what's going on. We're supposed to choose custody? No. I mean, some people are subscribed here. Some people are subscribed over on my channel. So spread the news. But let me know if this looks good or if it sounds good. I'm looking. It looks terrible. Looks a little blurry here on my end. Thank you. Does it sound okay? If this internet stuff isn't working, it might. Awesome. Hi, Amber. Oh, you're on my side. Okay, sounds okay. Okay, well, we'll keep going with it. Monica, it looks good, but the sound is starting and stopping. I said this last week on my show. I don't want to say the name of my internet provider because they are terrible. but it starts with an S. I called them, I think it was right after my show. So I had been doing this on my hotspot, and I ran out of my hotspot data or whatever. So it cut me down significantly. So I just went back to internet, and that's what I got. So I called them, and they said they updated something on the router or the modem or whatever, and it fixed it. I went live later on and after Donnie's show Saturday night, and it looked fine. It was okay. And now I come back to this, and it is awful. So I don't know what's going on. It's crazy. Hopefully we fix it up, and it's a crapshoot. If somebody would just give us in the neighborhood here fiber optics, that would be great. So who knows? I don't know. It's all over in St. Louis, but for some reason it's not down where I'm at, just in South County. And every time I see them digging out the side of the road, I think, oh, we're gonna get it, but it never works. So it looks like I'm making another phone call today. So I hate being one of those people. So anyway, having a good day so far. My coffee in my Haunted Castle House mug. Gotta have that. So I do have a couple weird news stories. We're going to start with the kind of an alternative newspaper here in St. Louis called the Riverfront Times. I don't know if anybody's heard of it. If you live in St. Louis, you might have heard of it. It's been around for a little while, quite a while actually. Not as old as other newspapers in the area, but they have some weird section or weird news and stuff. So I figured this would be a good place to go. I'm going to share this screen because the headlines had some really kind of interesting pictures. And this first one is kind of odd. So, here I'm going to bring it on up. Cutie. So this one is elderly Missouri bank robber believed to be dead. A Missouri woman who made national news robbing banks twice in her 70s and who earlier this week missed a court date for her most recent robbery may have a good reason for her no-show. She appeared to be dead. Bonnie Gooch, 78, missed her arraignment Monday for a bank robbery she was accused of having committed this past April in Pleasant Hill, a city of about 8,000 people south of Kansas City. Robbing banks in your 70s? I mean, I'm all about not laying around, just waiting to move on, but you're robbing banks. Anyway, according to the Pleasant Police Chief Tommy Wright, I guess that's Mr. Wright. So, officers went to Gooch's home yesterday afternoon to serve a warrant that issued for failing to appear in court. Police knocked on the front door, causing it to partially open. When officers entered the home, they found a deceased female in the back bedroom. Though formal identification was not made, an individual with the Cass County Medical Examiner's Office confirmed to the Riverfront Times that the body matches the description of the 78-year-old female. A neighbor of Gooch's tells RFT that the 78-year-old was, by all appearances, a very sweet lady, from what he could tell from our daily small talk with her dog, checking for mail and so forth. Yet Gooch was arrested not far from the Gobert Financial Bank this past spring when police pulled over her would-be getaway car. Gooch allegedly committed a robbery by passing the teller a note saying, "This, I guess, is a robbery. I need 13,000 small bills, no die pack. Thank you. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you." How scary is a 78-year-old woman, with all due respect to elderly people? How scary can a 78-year-old be? I don't know. I mean, she doesn't look, I don't know. The April robbery was the third time Gooch was accused of robbing a bank. She pleaded guilty to robbing Lee Summit Bank in 2020 when she was a young 75. According to court records, Gooch also robbed a bank in California in 77 when she was in her early 30s. So this gal got around. Kind of reminds me of the Bonnie and Clyde story a little bit there. Yeah, the video still looks pretty bad. Oh, wait. My screen sharing went away. Put that back up. There we go. There's a couple more that I had up there. These two are cuties. St. Louisans fight back, capture would-be Starbucks robbers. Cuties. 2 men have been charged after a group of brave St. Louisans foiled their attempt to rob a Starbucks on South Grand. Police say Joshua No, a 37-year-old from Potosi, and Marquise Porter Doyle, 5 of South St. Louis, entered a Starbucks at 212 South Grand around 2:54 p.m. this past Saturday, December 17th, or Sunday, the 17th. I believe that's the last year. Appeared to be handguns. They told 7 employees and 1 customer inside to get on the ground and give them their valuables. No, and Porter Doyle also instructed employees to open the door to the cash register safe, but employees were unable to do so. So No struck 1 victim in the head with a handgun, only for it to break upon hitting the victim's head, according to the probable cause statement. What kind of gun? I'm no expert on guns or anything, but I would think a good, reliable weapon would possibly not break when you hit somebody on the head with it. I'm just saying. That was a fake gun. If I would have read a little bit longer, I wouldn't have made fun of these guys. After the fake broke, the victims realized that No's gun was not real and they began to fight back. Well, duh. During the fight, police alleged No and Porter Doyle each punched one of the victims in the face. Even so, a police incident summary says the people in the Starbucks were able to subdue and detain No. Porter Doyle fled before police arrived, but officers found him a short time later. Probably in a fake car, too. No faces 11 felony charges in total, 3 for first-degree robbery, first-degree attempted robbery, 1 for second-degree assault, and another for third-degree assault. Porter Doyle faces all of the same minus the second-degree assault. Both he and Noel are being held without bond. Keep a lookout for these dudes. I don't know if they're out on parole or not. That's St. Louis. So I remember this story. I remember this one. Well, I'll just bring it up here. This one's kind of odd. Escaped convict Tommy Boyd faces charges for his day on the lam. The Missouri man who escaped from prison custody last month is now facing multiple charges related to his day on the lam. Tommy Boyd, 45, was serving 30 days at the Potosi Correctional Facility when he was transferred to Mercy South for medical treatment. That's actually just miles down the road from my house. In the early hours of Thursday, September 21st, this was last year, I believe, yes, Boyd stole a set of keys from one of the corrections officers who was guarding him and used those to remove his restraints. He also took the guard's jacket. Additionally, to the probable cause statement filed by the St. Louis County Circuit Court today. This was September 21st, I guess. Boyd removed the guard's .40 caliber semi-automatic pistol from her holster, but then decided against stealing the firearm and put it back. Well, that's decent of him. KSDK, local TV station here, later reported that one of Boyd's guards was asleep, the other in the bathroom when Boyd took flight. Boyd, convicted sex offender, was last seen at the hospital a little before 4 a.m. He spent the entire day on the run, reportedly making his way to Tower Grove Park area, which is several miles away in the city. So Mercy South, where he was, is in South County, close to where I'm at. And Tower Grove is all the way up in the city. So I would say that's about a 20, 30-minute drive. He was stopped. He reportedly was making his way to Tower Grove area where he stopped for a selfie before ultimately being apprehended by or at a Deerberg's local grocery store in Shrewsbury. Boyd was charged today with one count of escaping from the Missouri Department of Corrections, as well as 2 counts of stealing, 1 count each for the jacket and the keys he stole from the guard. Boyd is also charged with unlawful possession of a firearm for very briefly possessing the guard's gun. Even though he ultimately decided not to steal it, he is a convicted felon and therefore barred from having a gun in his possession, even for the briefest of periods. That's interesting. The 2 stealing charges are misdemeanors. The escape and gun possessions are felonies. Boyd's home address is listed in court findings at the Potosi Correctional Center. So if you want to go find out where he lives, look up Potosi Correctional Center and you can find his address. Send him a Christmas card. How was a day on the run? Hi, Amy. How you doing? Yes, he stopped escaping to take a selfie. Yes. Morning, Ron. How you doing? Checking the chat out real quick. Instead of gum and Kleenex in her pocket, she had a Glock and a brass. Yeah, talking about that 78-year-old woman. Yeah. Fine. I sound fine? Okay. Okay. Good morning, Amy. I had cereal this morning. Harry, how you doing? Start singing. I'm very... All right. Let's go find another story here. I don't want that one. Let's see. Here we go. No, I don't want that one. No, okay, yeah, let's do that one. So let's. Okay. 3 Missouri men charged in abuse of Indian college student kept as slave. Morning, Jason. How you doing, sir? A 20-year-old Indian student was viciously beaten, forced to conduct labor, and kept in slavery conditions by a cousin in Defiance, Missouri, as well as 2 other local prosecutors today. St. Charles County prosecuting attorney Joseph McCulloch gave details this afternoon about an ordeal the young man, an Indian national, experienced. McCulloch said the victim managed to escape from captivity yesterday and ran from the home yelling, screaming for help. Ran from the home yelling, screaming for help. Yelling and screaming for help. I don't know what that means. McCulloch described the young man's cousin. I'm not even going to try that one. As the main target of the investigation. Satoru is now facing 6 felonies, including trafficking for the purposes of slavery and abuse through forced labor. His address is listed as being in O'Fallon, Missouri, in court records. He is a cousin of the victim whose name is not being made public. Good, because I probably couldn't pronounce it. McCulloch said that he would call the other 2 defendants in the case and instruct them to beat the 20-year-old over a live stream. That is something that we will not do. If the victim did not scream loud enough, he would tell them to beat him harder. I don't know how much more animalistic type of behavior you can get like than that. I can't imagine that either. Okay, the 2 defendants are, yeah, I'm not going to do that. Both the 2 both have the same address in Defiance. That's just crazy stuff right there. I was at the home in Defiance where the alleged forced labor and meetings occurred. The 20-year-old traveled from India to Missouri to study at Missouri S&T. The victim initially understood that the men who became his captors would sponsor him for his student visa. The charges allege that at some point in April of this year, he destroyed the young man's passport. That's sad. That's sad. Jason, today is your Friday. Awesome. Listening to your favorite podcaster. Oh, that's awesome, buddy. We didn't go to work at 7. Well, hope you have a great day at work. Hope you go to work at 7. It's 8:20. Jason, what time zone are you in, Jason? It's a little late. Hey, Josh, how you doing? I'm going to switch newspapers here. And go to, this one is called the Shepherd Express, established in 1982. This one's out of Milwaukee. I've had enough of Missouri and St. Louis. Badly written articles. Yeah, I would say that. Oh, let's see, Washington. Okay. All right, that makes more sense. So it's not quite 7 there. So let's get this first one. Wrong place, wrong time. Early on November 4th, a British tourist made an alarming entrance at an internet cafe near a hotel in Thailand, Metro News reported. First, staff of the Freelancer Hotel heard groans and banging coming from his room, which wasn't necessarily unusual in the red light district. But then the 51-year-old man fell from a balcony and through the ceiling of an adjacent cafe, with just his naked legs showing to about 20 patrons below. As onlookers called for help, they realized the nude man was covered in excrement. He was taken to a hospital to sober up and address his minor injuries. Police checking out his hotel room found feces smeared on the floor. This is one of those stories where I wish I would have read this first before I started reading this. We have some ideas about what he was doing in the room to make it so dirty, but there was nothing illegal. We have to speak with the hotel to negotiate the bill. We're just going to move on from that one. It's come to this. We all know that Amazon has everything you could possibly imagine you would want, even BMR's books. It apparently now includes ready-to-assemble homes, the Mirror reported on November 5th. Content creator Nathan Graham ordered the compact home, which showed up in the singular smiley arrow, our signature smiley arrow box. Spent about $39,000, which includes a bathroom, kitchen, windows, and furniture. The metal home just needed to be folded and snapped into place to be livable. This thing is so easy to build, Graham said. But another customer is less impressed. At only 5 feet 8, he said he could touch the ceilings after going to Airbnb it. He said, just for short people. Okay. So I know in the good old days, they would have like house kits. I don't know if they still do. I know they have tiny houses and stuff, but would you, that sounded weird. Would you go on Amazon and buy one of these small ready to assemble homes for whatever? I don't know, but I wonder how stable that is. I mean, if it's a metal building that just unfolds and snaps into place to be livable, I wonder how safe that would be in like a tornado or heavy winds or something. Bye, Scott. Have a good day, my friend. Series of Robux homes ordered by mail back in there. Yeah, I remember that. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Would you guys do it? Let me know. I don't know that I would. I mean, it has a bathroom. You have to somehow, I would think, connect plumbing and electricity to it. I wonder how that works. If anybody knows how that works, let me know. Ron, well, I will if it's free. Yeah, I don't blame you. I would just have for like a second or like a doghouse outside. Amazon Lego homes not safe. You could probably. My son, from when he was a kid, he has a ton of Legos. I can't remember if we sold them or not, but we could probably make a decent size house out of all of those. You just want to walk barefoot out there in the Lego house. Yeah, that was out to all parents out there who has walked through the house in the dark and stepped on Legos or Hot Wheels or any of their toys. All right, next. Perhaps it was wedding day jitters for father of the bride, Neil Crossley, who was 60 years old. People magazine reported on November 5th, as Crossley sped down the aisle in Yorkshire, England, and arrived at the altar, he realized something was missing. His daughter, the bride. It was just pure miscommunication between my dad and the staff, Amy Toddy, the bride said. A staff member followed him down the aisle and guided him back to his daughter as the congregation and family had a good laugh. It was a special moment none of us will forget. So imagine you're getting married and it's time to start the ceremony, and all the groomsmen have walked down, parents of the bride and groom have walked down, the grandparents, any special people that are there walk down the aisle, and then whoever's giving the bride away is back there by themselves, and they just start walking down. Wouldn't you think maybe stop and look around? I don't know. I got a son. I don't have to worry about people away. Maybe. I don't know. Bright idea. Even the Trevi fountain needs an occasional repairs and upkeep. But what about all those coins tourists toss in to ensure a return trip to Rome? I've often kind of wondered what happens with all those coins when, in fountains and stuff that people throw in and stuff. What happens to all that? Someone had the bright idea to build a temporary pool to receive the coins, CNN reported on November 5th. But its position behind a tall fence covered in plastic is problematic. Many hopeful tossers simply miss. The fountain nets about 1.6 million a year, which is donated to a Catholic charity in Caritas. Italians aren't loving the temporary pool either. One called it the saddest thing I've seen in Italy and as long as I can remember. Work is expected to be completed in September 2025. That's interesting. Hi, Josh. Did I say hi to you? I think I said hi. The Passing Parade, a resort in the Philippines, has unveiled its new 15-room hotel, which businessman Ricardo Cano Guapo said he wanted to have a new wow factor that can really leave a footprint of administration to the building, or to the public, to the building. The United Press International reported on November 5th. The building is shaped like a rooster. In fact, it's the world's largest building in the shape of a chicken, according to the Guinness World Records, at 114 feet, 7 inches tall. Tan said the rooster shape is a tribute to a local culture. It looks calm and commanding, imposing and strong, which reflects the attitude of our people. Did you stay in a rooster hotel? What the name of that hotel was? Didn't say. Rooster Inn. I can think of some other ones that I can't really say, but so how many chicken-shaped structures are there? I would think at 5 foot tall it would be the tallest. It's the world's largest building in the shape of a chicken. You know what? We here on the front porch work for you. So what I'm going to do is buildings shaped as chickens. So look what popped up. Shaped as chickens in St. Louis and Missouri and St. Louis. Let's see. Let's remove it. Let's see what we get, just in case something weird shows up. Oh wow! The first thing that pops up was this building in the Philippines. Let's. Oh. All right. So here's a look at that building. You can see it. That's what the building looks like. Shaped like a rooster. Doesn't look like there's any windows in it. Would you like to stay in a hotel that resembles an enormous chicken? They should know that a spot in the Philippines has become home officially to the world's largest building shaped like a chicken. In the quaint town of the giant fowl stands tall at 114 feet. Where did that? The chicken building is part of that resort. Structure consists of 15 rooms that feature air conditioners, large beds, large TVs, and showers. I wonder if they sell eggs. It's better than living in a giant peach. Yeah, I guess the head, they could make windows out of the eyes, and that would be the penthouse. Yeah. Yeah. There's a pool back there. Yeah, it would be funny. What would be cool is if they would kind of turn this around, not around, but kind of aim the back end at the pool, move the pool a little bit closer, and have a slide coming out the back into the pool. And you could be like on, they have like or whatever to be on, or little raft. It could be shaped as an egg. I'm going to contact this person and try and sell that to him. Giant eggs coming out the chicken's butt into the pool with people on it. Would you do that? Moving to the country going to eat me a lot of peaches. All right. So I will be on the lookout for buildings shaped as chickens. Here's another look at it. Hi, Smoky Mountain Wanderer. Morning, sir. So that's the front side of it. It's actually kind of cool. I don't know that I'd stay there, but it's actually kind of cool. Anyway. Where was I? I don't know. See what this still doesn't look good. But do I sound okay to everybody, or does it look okay? Because mine looks terrible. That is just annoying to me. Okay. Let's see. Oh, this one's kind of interesting. Right, this one. William Hoach, 71. We have a thing about 70-year-olds here this morning show. Filed a lawsuit on October 24th against a Columbia River Fire and Rescue, the New York Post reported. Hoach alleges that in October 22, as he rode his bike through Rainier, an ambulance slammed into him, breaking his nose and destroying his bike, then billed him nearly $2,000 for the ride to the hospital. The driver, who was moving at less than 10 miles an hour, heard a thump and then rushed the biker to the hospital. Hoach also incurred about $100,000 in medical expenses and suffers from permanent injuries such as decreased range of motion and reduced grip. Seeking almost $1 million for pain and suffering, along with coverage of his medical bills. Scott M., how you doing, sir? Doing your max headroom. Yeah, that's what it looks like. That's what I'm going to sell this as. Max headroom. Bring it back, Max. Well, it's already on there. This one's gross. But for all of our Australian friends, here we go. In October in Sydney, Australia, beachgoers were confronted with mysterious black balls that had washed up onto the beach, CNN reported. Authorities closed the beaches and assumed the balls were unrefined oil from a spill. Scientists at the University of South Wales have discovered that what exactly the balls are, and it's not pretty. The orbs are mini fatbergs, human feces, methamphetamines, human hair, fatty acid, and food waste, among other gross ingredients. Enjoy your breakfast, everybody. They smell worse than anything you've ever smelled, said lead investigator John Beeves. The EPA guesses that the bergs came from a source that releases mixed waste, but testing has not been able to confirm their exact origin. So I don't want to tell that story. Anyway. Recent alarming headline. Fael Nagai, 46, was arrested on October 23rd after a violent attack on his Hattie, Texas neighbor, KOTV reported. Jackie Gray said her surveillance camera picked up a guy pouring gasoline on the outside of her house and setting it on fire. I came out, I confronted him about it. He admitted it. And then after he thinks my home was going to burn down, he tried to come back, with a sword to attack me. The guy also allegedly threatened a Harris County deputy with a sword before he was tased. Other neighbors said they've had run-ins with Nagayan too. He was charged with arson and aggravated assault and held on $200,000 bond. Hey, Kim, good morning. That's crazy. You know what? I want to, get off that there. Yeah, doesn't look any better. So, for those of you, perhaps you had a spider in the house. Yeah, that picture that the house was completely destroyed, but somebody spray painted on the ceiling, which was now on the ground, got the spider. For those of you just coming in, question for you: would you rather have a huge pay raise to live comfortably in our economy, or would you rather have a 4-day work week? I would go with the pay raise myself. You know what? I want to try something. See if this worked out better. Please hold on. I got 20 tarantulas in my house. Okay, Josh, I am hoping to never get invited to your house. No offense. Okay. So I started that. So let me see. Kimler goes for the raise. Okay, so it hasn't changed anything. So I have this thing called OBS, which is a streaming program, but it didn't seem to clear anything up. So I want to see what it looks like when I take it off. Oh well. Anyway, giant spiders and no spider. I think I'm with Mickey. No spiders. My wife is afraid of spiders, and I don't know if I told this story before, but one time my son and I were out, and if any spiders come in the house, she'll freak out, and I'll have to kill it for her. So one day my son and I were out, and we came back home, and there were red Solo cups on the floor, like 3 or 4 of them, and we're both like, "What's going on with the cups?" And she said that she had some spiders that she caught and wanted us to get rid of. So she would catch them in the Solo cups. Their cups were upside down, so they couldn't move. So that was funny. And then for a long time, we had on our back patio door, we have a sliding patio door, and we had a huge spider web. And every year, a spider, I'm sure not the same one year after year. I think this went on for 5-6 years, maybe more. I mean, they would always build a beautiful web that would come down to almost head level. So you have to duck really low to get out of the backyard. But we started spraying spiders from the outside so it wouldn't get in that, and I haven't seen any big spider webs. But I mean, those spider webs are awesome looking. Do you know the red widow spiders? Nope. Not going to do any research on them. Okay, let's do a couple more here. Do that. Who's you can use? Well, that's the end of it. Let's go back to the Riverfront Times. All right. Let's see what we got here. Oh, this guy's cute. Let's talk about this. Okay. No, I don't want to talk about that one because that one is deals with kids. I think we'll pass on that. Okay, this one is promising. St. Louis Catholics have obtained St. Louis's holy toe. Holy cow. There's a new relic in town, and it may be the holiest digit to grace the city of sin. I wouldn't exactly say St. Louis is a city of sin. The relic, now in the possession of the Archdiocese of St. Louis, is purportedly a piece of toe once belonging to St. Louis IX, the French king for whom St. Louis, Missouri is named. Yep, a toe. Tina Hogan, St. Ambrose Director of Marketing and Advancement, says the relic is part of his toe bone. Parishioners at St. Ambrose were invited to a viewing of the appendage this past weekend. I know where that's at. I might, actually, I have relatives who live there. They say that about Kansas City, Missouri, a city of sin. Yeah. T-bone was recently gifted to the. I did that already. No, I didn't. The T-bone was recently gifted to the Archdiocese of St. Louis by the Cathedral Monreale in Sicily. The Italian connection, Hogan says, is one reason St. Ambrose got to display it first. I don't mind gifts, but please don't send me somebody else's toe. Just saying. I would appreciate the gesture, but I don't need an extra toe laying around here. Hogan says the Archdiocese has papers authenticating, that's a hard word for me to say, the alleged toe, and the Sicilian Cathedral has good reasons for its claims. After all, King Louis IX was on the shores of Tunisia, an ill-fated crusade, when he died of dysentery in 1270. After that, Louis's body was dismembered. Okay. And his heart and entrails were interned in the Cathedral Monreale. Easy to see how a bit of toe might have been left behind as well, even as the rest of his remains were sent to the Saint Denis Cathedral in Paris. This story is getting gross. And now here the toe bone is in the possessor's namesake city. The Archdiocese hasn't made any plans for future toe showings public. Wishing for their own glimpse of the holy toe should keep an eye out. Local bones. Oh my God. Hey, how you doing? Since that one's up, St. Louis woman charged in repo man's murder. A St. Louis woman is facing a felony murder charge after working to rob the person who repossessed her Jeep. A robbery that went badly awry on September 7th. 44-year-old tow truck company owner Jesse Jones attempted to possess the Jeep Grand Cherokee belonging to Cortina Donaby in St. Louis's Hamilton Hills neighborhood. Police say the 27-year-old Dwayne Davis confronted Jones and tried to intercept the Jeep. Jones, however, refused to give up the vehicle. Davis then shot Jones and fled to Cahokia, Illinois in the Cherokee. Police tracked the vehicle there thanks to a tracking device the dealer had put on the vehicle, and the chase ensued. Davis crashed the Jeep on the Poplar Street Bridge and was throwing a gun into the river. That would be the Mississippi River. He was charged 2 days later with murder and robbery charges, among others. A photograph taken at the scene taken by the Post's Robert Cohen caught the public's attention, showing Cincinnati Joe Jones's lifeless body wearing bear claw fur slippers. We were lucky he was wearing shoes at all. Lucky that he was wearing clothes at all. He loved being goofy. He loved wearing overalls with no shirt underneath it. He loved tie-dye shirts. That's him. Okay. All right. Hi, Donnie. How you doing? Welcome to the show. Fisher got to go take the vets to the kitty. Take the kitty to the vets. Back later. Have a good day. Sure hope everything is okay. My dog to the vet. She is a frequent peer. Every time we got close to her, she kind of peed. So, but all was good. It was just a simple checkup. I think we have a couple more. We have time for a couple more. Oh, I want to do that. Oh, this one's an interesting one. Okay. St. Louis woman whose racist hammer attack went viral is now charged. An arrest warrant was issued today for a St. Louis Hills woman who went viral for her racist harassment of a Latino family living in South City, including banging a hammer against their doors. Yesterday, this was back in February 23. Yesterday, the Porch chronicled the harassment of Fatima Suarez's parents faced at their Princeton Heights home. A doorbell camera at the home captured video of 54-year-old Judy Klein on the door. "Get off my property," Klein says, as she stands on Suarez's parents' front porch. She goes on to accuse the family, who is originally from Mexico, of having moved into the house illegally. "Go for it, bitch. Show me some illegal paper, because I know you didn't buy this house. You don't have enough money," she says. The Post cites 3 instances of city police arresting the individual for causing disturbances at the house in Princeton Heights on January 5th, March 17th, and December 12th. Busy year for her. Once she knows it's 78-year-old that was robbing things. When the doorbell videos of Klein's harassment began to gain traction on TikTok, the circuit attorney's office admitted that the warrant for Klein's arrest had languished in a non-urgent box in their office for over a year. I thought a dog would come in to see me. SLMPD spokesman Sergeant Charles Wall said in a statement this afternoon that the warrant for Klein's arrest was for charges of burglary, property damage, and armed criminal action in relation to an incident occurring on January 5th, 2022. The Post reported that the house in Princeton Heights had once belonged to relatives of Klein's, but that hadn't been the case for 3 decades. Wall says that Klein is currently not in custody. Interesting. Sinfully Wicked, good morning to you. Thanks for coming in. Good little conversation with Sinfully Wicked last night on BMR show at the chat. So, you know what? We have time for a few more. Let's do 2 more. Oh, this one's interesting. So this one, Kim Gardner, I think she was St. Louis's attorney, is enrolled in graduate nursing program, even as staffers have been shipped. So you know what? I'm not going to read this one. Well, I see where it started. So a little bit of background. She's been accused of, I don't want to say because I don't remember. I don't want to guess at it. Embattled St. Louis Circuit Attorney Kim Gardner is currently enrolled in an advanced nursing program at St. Louis University, the school's registrar's office has confirmed. Before becoming the state rep in 2013, Gardner was a registered nurse, and she appears to be furthering her nursing education in that field, even as her office has shed an alarming number of staffers. At this point, only 2 prosecutors remain in the circuit attorney's violent crimes unit, according to a document shared with the RFD. Yesterday, the attorney tasked with preventing cases the grand jury put in her notice. Gardner said that efforts to remove her from office are a witch hunt, and a fiery speech last weekend, "I don't care if I have nobody in my office." But it might be harder to run a solo office if she's also pursuing a graduate degree. The RFD reached out to Gardner's spokesperson seeking clarity for the specific graduate program Gardner is enrolled in, her course load, and time commitment involved. The spokesperson declined to address those questions. However, the spokesperson provided the following statement. Quote, "Circuit Attorney Gardner believes the issues in our criminal justice system often relate to our broken healthcare system. After serving as a line attorney at the Circuit Attorney's office and seeing firsthand the underlying issues that drive crime, she became a registered nurse. She continues to stay current with classes at St. Louis University to add to her training and advance her mission at the CAO. The circuit attorney has done this at great personal cost to her time with her family and loved ones. Any suggestion that she is not fully committed to her duties as circuit attorney is blatantly false." Okay. She's been a lot of controversy here about her. So thanks, Barry. This Riverfront Time has some cool, interesting stories, at least weird news stories. So, but yeah, that's all I got today, guys. Hope everybody is having a good week. I don't know how much I'm going to get to be on this week. Like I said, I'm going to be working a lot with the holidays and stuff. So it doesn't look like I'm going to make it to the show and tell show tonight. And then I'll be able to do my show on Saturday, I believe. I have a guest scheduled. I have a Will Lunsford scheduled. So Bigfoot Dogman Encounters. Will is always a great guy to have along and to talk to. Certainly next week, I'm going to be knee deep in work. So probably won't be much next week, even in the chat. So, but I'll try and get around and say hi to everybody. I always love being in chat and talking to all you wonderful people. And it's just fun. So happy holidays. I don't get to talk to you. I know I'll talk to you guys on Saturday for sure. But I want to make sure that I wish everybody a very happy Thanksgiving. I'm very thankful for everybody here that comes in and views, especially that subscribe to my show and are members of my show and are just great people to hang out with, chat, and I appreciate everybody. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Hope the rest of the week goes good. So keep in mind, too, that this week, let's see here. Tonight is Paranormal Show and Tell. Tomorrow we have BMR, a brunch with BMR in the afternoon. Then we have Blondes and Boos tomorrow night. Friday, today is Wednesday. Friday we have Blondes and Boos, and then Monica Rollins is on. I believe that's Friday. Either Thursday or Friday. I can't remember where she's at. I'm usually in bed. Saturday we got my show, then followed by BMR late night with the girls. Our Sunday we have Truthortinfoil, and then Tex will have a show Sunday night, and then Monday he also has a show. So Tuesday night back on with BMR, and that brings us to Wednesday, Waking Up Weird. So hope everybody has a great week. We will see you soon. I always do this. I don't have everything right. Okay. Oh, no wonder I couldn't find it. I was on Texas Front Porch. Nope. Weird. Oh, interesting. All right. See you guys. Have a great rest of your week.